Good evening, everybody. This is the Daddy Brigade podcast, episode 43, with me, your host, Zach the Tactical Gnome, and JP.
Hello.
Oh, wait.
And a Zachlet.
Yes, and my little, yeah, there's a Tiggy, and my small child is off screen.
My small child is sleeping, so.
I got a name for you now.
Oh, yeah? What's that?
It's no longer JP.
Why?
It's the C4 Chef.
The C4 Chef?
Yep. We're going with the C4 Chef now.
We'll see.
So, oh, no. Well, we got to keep something. It was either the C4 Chef or, like, I had to have something either with chef or cooking in it. And Tanya likes C4 Chef. So we're going to go with the C4 Chef.
How about we'll take it under consideration for now. We'll see how it goes.
Folks, if you like C4 Chef, let us know. All
right, and actually here, since on that note then, since we also have kind of been doing a theme over the last few months of cocktails for the night, we went, it is hot, it is ungodly hot out today, 94 here in Pittsburgh. I don't know what it is there in Ohio, but...
hot. I never even
it's hot, it's humid, it sucks. So today's cocktail went just nothing too crazy. Old school margarita. Literally, if you're playing at home, that's 2 parts. I like a nice Blanco tequila. Don't use a tequila gold. That's just sacrilege. 1 part lime juice, 1 part Grand Marnier, or you can use triple sec or Curacao, whatever you're doing. I do mine on crushed ice, whip shake, and nice salted rim. So there you go.
Go. No. Anyways, so tonight, as most of you can see, the bearded tank isn't with us.
Still got some family stuff going there, so
he's been super busy with some family obligations and stuff. So he's going to be hit or miss probably for the next few months. It's probably just going to be me and the chef. Yep. We're going to go with C4 Chef. I like it.
You know, when you say just chef, though, and I don't know why, because like I've been called chef by a lot of people in kitchens in a professional setting from back in the day, but yet you say, and somehow I want to like channel Isaac Hayes and you know, like go totally South Park.
I mean, like my only thing is the ATF's going to come knocking on your door and think that you make homemade explosives.
I doubt that. I mean, let's be honest. I don't buy anything to my knowledge anyway that could even remotely make that shit. So I'll probably be cool. They would track your spending first. I feel like
probably. I mean, yeah. So, anyways, tonight we're gonna kind of rant about some current topics. If I could get my small child to go away for a little bit, but we're gonna rant about certain topics and stupid stuff going on. First off, I don't know, what do we want to talk about? Let's talk about
you want to start with COVID? Okay, I was just saying, like I know you went over a few things earlier that you were kind of thinking, but
yeah, let's start with COVID since you've got to go for a pulmonary test on Wednesday.
Pulmonary function test. I hear it sucks. I have no idea yet though.
What, a pulmonary test?
This is it's a pulmonary function test with and without some sort of, I don't know, they're doing some shit to me. I don't even know.
Yeah, they put you in a bulletproof phone booth.
Bulletproof phone booth?
That's what they've called it ever since I was a little kid, dude. So it's this big giant like box with like freaking this thick of friggin' Lexane on it. And then they have you like do this breathing thing, and then they cut the air, and you're like supposed to like pant real hard.
Huh.
And then they like it's crazy. It sucks. Hey, if Levi can do it, you can do it.
Well, I mean, I've finally been like a little bit like still not back to where I was before, like the lung injury back in March.
It was so I did. I did already.
All right, go. You said hi. Say hi to everybody, and then you gotta go.
Hi, Levi.
He said hi.
No,
Okay, sit off camera a little further.
Yeah. So apparently, I mean, whatever they're going to do, I got like because I'm going in for that. They sent me yesterday for the old COVID swab, so I had to do that. Get the get the Q-tip lobotomy or whatever. It actually isn't nearly as bad as a lot of people were making it out to be.
Yeah.
So are you like is this like your week back to work now? Is that what's going on, or are you going to be?
I went back Friday.
Oh, you did.
Friday was my first day back.
Okay, so you'll be. So
I literally went to work for one day. But I was, for folks that don't know, I was on quarantine because I came into contact with somebody that tested positive. I did not. I basically checked my temperature every day and went about my life pretty much like they've told everybody to do. And no one would test me due to the fact that I didn't have any symptoms, blah, 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 which I think is stupid.
Well, that was like whenever I first had the lung issues. I thought it was crazy they wouldn't test me.
Yeah. I don't know. All I know is it was stupid.
Well, I mean...
Like, I really had to think, like, it was stupid.
Well, I mean, I think from, like, our employer stand-up at this point now, like, whether it's, like... It may be the wrong end of when they should have started worrying about it as much. I mean, they're trying to be overly cautious, which I guess you could say is good. The testing thing, though, is still really, really weird because, like, I finally got a test, well, still with no symptoms, but because I was going somewhere to get a different test, but I had to go into a hospital. Now they care and they want to test me. I don't know. It was very strange.
That one makes no sense.
Yeah, like, hey, you have literally none of the symptoms of COVID still. And you're actually doing a lot better than back whenever we were worried about it, but wouldn't test you. So now we're going to make you go take a test. Like it had to be within. I was telling you this before we started the show, for the folks that weren't on our own conversation. Like they literally, like I had to have within so many days span of getting my pulmonary test, had to go get a COVID test, and they had to have enough days to confirm that it was negative. So basically, that's why the way they had to do their scheduling, even I had waste a day of my sick leave to do one of the tests because they had to be separated in such a way I had no way to do them both on my days off. So it is what it is. Unless they, I look at it this way: it's all good unless they tell me tomorrow or the day after. Oh, by the way, you got the vid. If all of a sudden they say you got the Rona, then that's going to be its own bag of worms. But I don't think I do. I think I'm fine.
I mean, you never know. But, yeah, you never know.
Well, the crazy amount of false positives, supposedly, that's the part that,
There's been a lot of false positives. I've heard of people going through the drive-through ones.
That's what I did.
And the line is so damn long that when they registered, that when they show up, the line is so long that they leave, right?
Oh, shit.
And then 2 weeks later, they get a phone call or an email stating that they tested positive for COVID-19.
And it was probably someone else's test.
There.
So it was probably someone else's test. They had everything all mixed up. Now, I will say that maybe it's more organized now, or maybe just where I went was good. They were doing you literally had to schedule your fucking, it wasn't like just go wait in a drive-through line or doing that. You scheduled.
Well, that's what people were doing. They were scheduling, but they would show up and they'd be so far behind that they were like, nope, forget it. We're not waiting.
See, this was sweet. There was literally no one in line. There was no cars in front of me or behind me. Like they were scheduling them in 5-minute increments. I pulled up. There was no one else in the little drive-through area they had. I pulled in. Some lady with a mask on at a computer kind of yelled back and forth with me to confirm it was me. And then 2 ladies in little hazmat suits come over and they shoved the things up my nostrils. None of the others, actually just one of them. The other one was kind of just standing there. Like none of the stuff that I was told either about the test. I heard people say, well, they hold your arm and they got to wrench your head back. And I'm like, I didn't, none of that shit. Like I literally tilted my head back. She shoved the thing up my nose. I went, okay, that felt fucking interesting. And then they did it to the other nostril and then handed me a tissue to blow my nose and moved on with my life. That was it. They said 2 to 3 days you'll get your results.
Yeah, the other lady was holding an MP5 that you didn't see.
Well, that would have been fucking cool. I'd rather hang out with her.
So, yeah, it's been entertaining. I got a bug bite right behind my ear. That's why I keep looks like I'm scratching my head.
I was just I keep rubbing this elbow. I fucking this elbow and this shoulder somehow today. Like my left elbow and my right shoulder. I just must have pissed off somehow while I was working out this morning because even all day at work, I'm just like fucking I don't know. Angry elbow, nice. Angry shoulder. Yeah, awesome.
So, yeah. Let's see so COVID. I mean, it's still a crazy thing. I have a feeling that Ohio is going to make a mask mandate this week because our governor is being his typical.
I mean, he's no wolf, so I don't want to. No one can outdouche the wolf. So,
no, ours can, because ours made a special announcement on TV to literally say, like, he made this big hoopla about having a special press conference, or I wouldn't say a press conference, but a special thing, and then basically came on and went, yeah, we're not going to talk about any more restrictions. That's for another day. And basically came off like the, hey, I'm mad at you, but I'm proud of you, but I'm very disappointed in you type, like, father figure.
So
and
you're playing daddy
away.
to the state. That's cute.
Yeah. And then, like, now he's just kind of being a tool. A lot of events that were okayed under stuff that, like, there was a couple of events that I know. There was one at Quaker, which is my local drag strip. The Night Under Fire, health board came in and canceled it. There was another event that was going to happen where the health board came and canceled. They're canceling a lot of these events. Even the one event that they canceled was for a family that I'm friends with. It was for their daughter who passed away from cystic fibrosis. They do every year. It's a big fireworks thing. I mean, it's huge. And, like, the fireworks are timed to music and everything. And normally it's, people come and spend the day, and it's a big party, basically. So because of COVID, they turned it into a drive-in one. Carload of people was like $20. A van load was like 40. Whatever.
So, like,
bus load was like 60.
So everyone kind of just hung in their vehicles, kind of like whoever showed up.
Everybody be in their vehicles, yeah.
Okay.
Just this week, and it wasn't until next weekend. Just this week, this past week, the county health board came in and said they're not allowed to have it.
Wow, that's crazy. Especially like the fact that they went out of the way to do a drive, like to make it accommodating to current standards. I mean, this is one of the things where, again, like, I think a lot of this comes from there'd be a good place as far as what they're trying to be cautious for good reasons, I guess. But on the other hand, some of it's a lot of it doesn't make sense. Like right now in PA, for instance, bars are closed unless you're eating. So literally, like, if they can show that you have fucking chips, pretzels, something, all of a sudden it's okay because now you're dining because you're allowed to dine in a restaurant.
PA is not.
That's exactly.
Oh, that's how it is.
Yeah, that's exactly.
I know in Ohio originally they had to have.
Technically, at least Allegheny County. That may be a county only thing. It could just be in Allegheny County.
They had to show like 50% of their sales were in food. I think in Ohio.
Yeah, see, ours like literally, you're not allowed to be there as a patron without eating, which was. I mean, the crazy part is then you get people that are so ungrateful and they don't want to be like respectful to the business owners. Like, where you see these people like bitching, like, "Well, I'm a good customer. I've been coming here for years," and blah 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 blah. And like, dude, if you want a beer, you gotta fucking buy a burger or whatever. Like, it's what we have to do right now.
Yeah.
Like just deal with it. Although that's from the business owner start.
Did you see the couple that I don't know where it's at, but basically they tested positive for COVID and they got sent forms in the mail stating that they would not go anywhere, blah, 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 and they refused to sign the forms. A little bit, like a couple days after that, the local police department showed up and put house arrest monitors on both her and her husband.
I saw that. I was trying to spare you of the dryer going off behind me there. Hit the mute button real fast. I saw I actually saw like a link for it. I didn't read it. I didn't read the story.
Let me tell you how well that'll fucking work. Like, not gonna happen here.
I mean,
like,
I think
that's straight up police state shit.
It is. Well, and this is one of those things that people don't always want to acknowledge. Like whenever you hear like you'll say, for instance, like the anti-gunner people, especially, like they don't get like you say slippery slope. I'm like, no, it's a pretty fucking easy way to go from fucking freedom to like draconian, like lockdown state where it's like literally just the state controls everything. And that's not what our country's supposed to be about. So I get both ends of it. But the tricky part there is they're trying to keep people healthy, and so that's its own fucking mess. It really is. I think a lot of it though, I think they're going. I think with good intentions, they're being very misguided. Unless it is, I mean, I've heard some people say there might be some more nefarious end to that, as far as like the motive behind some of the lockdown stuff. I don't know. I think personally, I feel it's just more misguided than nefarious. I think we should be protecting elderly people and people with like conditions that could, like if you're diabetic, if you have breathing issues, if you have just recently had surgery, if you're over 70, whatever, like all that stuff. I get that. You be careful. Like you could die from the fucking flu or pneumonia just like you could every other year though, and that's the part that I'm like a little. The other side also is when
like with me, I'm not so worried about it, but like my son has asthma. He's also had pneumonia twice.
Well, see, exactly. That's my point. Like someone like him is who I'd be worried about. Like me, my wife, even my son, as young as he is, although that would scare me because if something happened to him, I mean, obviously, just but I have a 93-year-old grandfather, and that's the other side of it. I'm thinking like if me going to work makes me not even want to go see my mom because my mom takes care of my grandfather. Like just going right down the hill there of, maybe while my poor grandfather, like my barber who is Randall Red, he owned Red's Barber Shop in Brentwood. He also owns all the barber school, the two Pittsburgh barber schools. He had to close his doors just like 2 weeks ago, like literally because the lockdown shit and everything would just like literally put him out of business. And it was really sad. Like he
actually went out of business.
Yeah, like they closed the doors permanently. He's trying to find a new place possibly here. I mean, who knows what's going to happen? But as of right now, yeah, his doors are shut. He's done. Like it's him. Wow. 3 other full-time barbers that worked for him. And that's just that one little shop.
Well, that's what could happen if they shut everything down here again in Ohio. Like my wife may be out of a job because they can't afford to close again. And now, mind you, this is a dentist office. This is a medical facility.
And that's the thing where I think a lot of it might be misguided because with the best of intentions, like the cure is worse than the fucking disease at a certain point. Like people talk about COVID deaths, but what they haven't spoken about is how many fucking suicides have been from people's lives been ruined? How many people have just had their life, like literally, like went from having a future to fucking being like just buried under debt or just like losing their ass, losing their fucking. There's businesses that have been around 30, 40 years, a lot longer than
that have gone under.
Yeah, like literally staples in communities of places like that. Maybe like in some cases, businesses that built the community they were in are lost forever now because we're trying to protect everybody.
Yeah,
and it's one of those things where, not to go back to like almost like like revolutionary times, but it's that whole like those people who trade freedom for safety deserve neither.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah, that's the thing. How much safety do how much of your freedoms are you willing to give up for a little bit of safety?
Well, I mean, I will say this: the lockdown stuff did help me out in some ways because, like, that's where, like, for instance, like the special thing in my margarita is like I make my own Grand Marnier now, so stuff like that.
Hey, the nice thing is the wife was off, and we managed to get a lot of stuff done around the house. I mean, yeah, that was cool, but money and getting paid was nicer.
Yeah, I mean, it's like time off sounds nice until you realize that you actually also don't. Then if you have the time off but no income, it kind of fucks the whole thing up.
It does.
And it really drives me nuts. All these people that are talking about, well, we need another stimulus check. We need another this. And I'm like, how the fuck? Like all your like they don't know how to understand.
That a stimulus check. Let's call that people buy stupid shit check, or in my case, buy guns and ammo check.
Well, and that part's fine, but it also at a certain point we're just like wiping our ass with our own futures. Like I mean, like literally, we're going to be valuing our own dollar to the point where there's a whole extra set of ruins there. I mean, like, is our goal to end up like having the global market be in yen instead of the U.S. dollar? Because that's what we're heading towards.
Yeah, let's not do that.
I mean, and honestly, like, I wish the global community at this point would, like, honestly, like, between patent infringements, the things with this medical stuff, the World Health Organization, all of it, like, I think there should literally be actionable, actions taken against China for a lot of this stuff. I mean, there's so much evidence at this point. I mean, I'm one of the guys that probably comes off a little more extreme with it, because I'm like, you know what, fucking, I'd be cool with, like, rip it off like a Band-Aid, just close trade with them again. Let's go back to how it was. Because
I don't know if I really want to deal with the chaos of that.
Here's my, and honestly, it's going to sound weird because it's kind of come from like almost like a little like farther left than you would expect. It depends. You know me. I'm all over the place politically, but like honestly, like from more like a take care of the planet thing, the pollution of their industrial going ons. I mean, how many times have you heard of a product that, like, oh, look, this kid's toy, it was covered in lead paint still in the fucking 2000s. Why? Because China doesn't give a shit. Like, literally everything we do in, like, this country and most other countries to, like, take care of the environment, they don't do it there. They don't give a fuck. They make everything the cheapest way possible all the time, and it's usually made under like almost slave labor. Like, everything about it's a fucking atrocity.
Now, granted, not everything that China makes is cheap. Not everything.
Okay.
But the one thing that I will say, I don't know. Right now, I think it's just crazy, and everything we need to figure out how to get back to normal.
Actually, the more important thing that I really love, though, my one thing I will say I love that came out of this was whoever the fucking brilliant person was that took the Wu-Tang W. Because I saw this T-shirt and I just I almost wet.
Did you say? And it says Wuhan bats ain't nothing to fuck with.
It's to harken back from Wu-Tang in the '90s and the Killer Bees theme.
Yeah,
it was Wuhan. And in the back said like something along the lines. I'm not paraphrasing here, but it's like I can't fuck with those killer bats or something. Or don't be fucking with those.
No, it says Wuhan, and on the back.
It's about killer
Wuhan
bats.
Bats ain't nothing to fuck with.
Okay, see, they kind of fucked it up because they had a golden thing there to go with the killer bees and should have said killer bats. I read it and then gave it more credit.
Maybe that's what it is. It says killer bats ain't nothing to fuck with.
Okay, that's.
But
yeah.
Do you know where that shirt? That shirt came from Nine Line Apparel.
Oh, really?
And actually, I seen that shirt from the Marine Rapper, who was one of our guests before.
Yes.
He had that shirt, and I wanted to order it, and I didn't get a chance to.
He has those. I will buy one off him.
I don't know if he has them or if he was just got one.
Okay.
And was showing it off.
Like the only ones I saw were like on the like really shady like Facebook posts, like fake web store scenarios, and I was like, I don't give those people my credit card. But we'll have to get a hold of him. But we need to have him back on the show anyway. So
I do want to have him back on the show.
So maybe while we're doing that, see if we can't get. I may need a Wuhan. You know, actually, I love that there was a whole. You missed an entire family that came through actually the other day. Like it was literally like, I mean, literally mom on down to like the 4 kids that were with them. They all had black the black masks with the yellow Wu-Tang fucking W on them.
Nice.
Like I was like, nice. It just tickled my fucking heart. It really did. Like it just took me back to my skating days.
I actually want to get the mask for work and wear it to work. It says I have to wear this so I don't get fired.
Well, there's one. I saw one that said don't get fined. I didn't see the fired one.
Oh no, this one says I have to wear this at work so I don't get fired.
Of course, they won't actually let you wear it at work. You know.
I know.
I still kind of want to. I still kind of want to send into the powers that be an invoice.
We probably beat the COVID thing to death. Let's move on to everybody and their brother like freaking out and causing chaos and everything else.
I'll give you a great example of that one real quick. My wife with a hammer while she was defrosting our one freezer that used to get too frosty. She killed it, and everyone's been panicking all of a sudden saying, oh, we need freezers and stuff. You can't buy a fucking deep freezer anywhere at all. I was like seeing dates of,
you can't buy a lot of stuff anywhere, and we're going to touch into that here in a little bit.
It's just, wow.
Yeah.
Like, literally, like, they were saying, oh, yeah, we can deliver that to you in sometime in October. I'm like, I have fucking meat that I want to freeze now. That's how I literally ended up smoking 20 pounds of wings in the last 3 days.
Jesus Christ, dude.
I only ate like 7 of them so far, 7 pounds of it so far myself, I think, but it's
So, ammo prices.
Oh,
Let's talk about. We'll start with ammo prices and move to gun parts, or maybe we can start with gun parts and move to ammo prices. Let's start with ammo.
Okay.
So, ammo prices are fucking ridiculous right now, if you can find it.
Well, here's the thing with that. I'll warn you right now. I'm gonna steal this from James Yeager, actually. And he used to always tell. He's been saying this for years now. The good old days are right now. It's not getting cheaper again. And I think we're probably going to be there again. Like, we're going to be happy to pay these prices and have the stuff available in the next. That is my favorite James Yeager quote, still, for sure.
As wrong as dick cancer.
Anyways, I say that one to a lot of people anymore. Usually, we're usually talking politics, and they're usually talking out their ass about some left wing shit. But
that's normally one of my sayings there.
Yeah.
Don't be a douche.
Doesn't quite have the impact of wrong as dick cancer, but you know.
So, well, I had bought ammo on the initially, and everything kind of went crazy. Not thinking that it was going to go batshit crazy, and that I was going to be able to get some more later on. And then I went and got a couple boxes of 9mm and a couple boxes of 5.56 before everything went to shit, even worse. So then, now everything's getting ready to sell out or been sold out. So last night I placed an order for about $180, and I got 120 rounds of 5.56 mixed between 55 grain and 62 grain. 150 rounds of 115 grain 9mm, and some Wolf 7.6 and 80 rounds of 7.62 by 39. Cost me $180.
Dude.
With shipping, it's another $20. I paid $200 to have that shit shipped to my house.
Wow. And you know,
but that's all online. All that stuff was online only. You can only go to the store, the same store, and buy one box of 50 9mm and one box of 20 5.56.
See, this
in person.
Like, how the fuck are you supposed to go? Like say you want to go take a training class. It's basically impossible right now. Like, this is the stuff that's not to be.
So I read it the other day. Who put it up? I don't know if it was Blowers or Matt Linfair or somebody put it up. You should have already had what you wanted and then had it doubled by now. So if you wanted 2,000 rounds to have for safekeeping, you should have had 4,000.
I mean, let's be honest. Safekeeping.
If you wanted 1,000, you should have had 2,000 already.
Here's my thing, and this is the part where I'm trying to go the other side of it, though, is not that. Say you have enough ammo, theoretically, for what you consider as your ammo numbers. They're probably way lower than you'd want them for some real problems. But,
oh, yeah. Mine are way lower than I want.
But say you'd want, like, say you go take a training class or 2 training classes. Like, say, like, we've already mentioned Jaeger. So we'll say you want to go take fighting pistol and advanced fighting pistol, or even, like, we'll even go the whole thing. Say you take the whole 5 days of Way of the Pistol, right? You're talking just for those first 4 days, theoretically. Like,
hold on 1 second. My wife is so mean. She just walked in with a friggin' one of them ice cream cones with the ice cream and the shit in the middle with the peanuts, the drumsticks. Yeah, it's the last one. She walks in and basically told me I am not even allowed to ask for a bite of it.
She's not even mad. She's not even sorry. So.
Not even mad. Like nope.
Hey, you know what? It's a
Here's
hot
the
fucking
sad
day.
thing.
You had a chance to get it earlier. You didn't. That's your own fucking fault.
Because see, I'm a nice guy. If it's the last one, I'll save it for my wife.
Okay.
My little boy even knows that too. Like if it's the last one of something, it's for mama. Now, I have been very nice. There are times where she buys these chocolate chip cookie ice cream sandwiches from Toll House, and they're amazing.
Oh yeah, I had those back when I was allowed to have stuff like dairy.
There's a
and
box.
gluten.
There's normally 7 in a box. 6. I get 1. Between her and my little boy, they smash the others.
Hey, if you really want to do right, don't buy the box. If you go and buy the individual ones out of like the convenience store, they're actually like 25 to 50. They're probably like, I'm gonna guess about 30% larger.
Yeah, the real big ones.
Yeah, those are the real Toll House ones.
I was just shocked that my wife was that rude. So back onto the ammo thing. So a lot of places are sold out of 9mm, 5.56, 45. My dad and my uncle stopped yesterday. They were out fishing, and I told them, I says, hey, if you guys need like regular just load rounds, not like hand loads or custom loads of 308,
like plinking rounds, training rounds, that type of stuff.
Well, like .6 for deer hunting, like a lot of like the Durabond and the Core Bond and shit from Federal and stuff, or like some of their Deer Slayer stuff.
Yeah,
I said, go get it now. I says, because it ain't going to be around when deer season rolls up. I said, we're gonna be on an ammo shortage here soon.
Well,
and I mean, we already are.
We are smack dab in that already. That shit's already happened.
Well, here's the kicker. So, Federal, American Eagle,
There's more or less it's more or less the Lakewood City only. It's under the commercial label.
So that stuff, a box of 62 grain XM 855. 62 grain green tip.
Yeah.
Was literally out of they had out of stock of the 20 round boxes, the 150 round, so on and so forth, right?
All right.
They had 1,000 round loose pack on this website, $650.
Yikes. I mean, now to be fair, if it's 5.56, if it's actual Federal 5.56, you usually expect to spend for 1,000 rounds about $400. It was usually about 40 cents a round.
Everything right now,
almost everything's at about a 50%. There's about a 50% markup on almost all ammo right now.
Yeah, you're pretty much doubled what you used to pay.
Wow.
So I could get the same ones before the crisis for about $379. I think is roughly about what it used to be.
After shipping, in my mind, it's always about $400. Like to get like 1,000 rounds of like say you wanted like 1,000 rounds of Lakewood.
Like Lake City.
Yeah, Lake City. I'm saying Lakewood. Fuck, you know what I meant. The Federal actual like their commercial, like they're actually the Lake City stuff's literally like they sell what's left over after the government contracts. I mean, that's what that is. Yeah. So I mean, like the Lake City stuff is legit, like what they send to the military. That's that stuff. And so I was like, all right. So
see, they're not using M855 anymore. They're using M855A1,
which is honestly closer. It is basically a heavier 193, because they realized that those little steel cores in the 855 was junk. Like as far because they didn't allow that round to tumble the way it was designed to. That is a rather unpleasant face you're making on the camera there. What the fuck are you doing? That was.
I felt like I had I had something in my beard.
Look like you had a fucking stroke.
No, it literally felt like I had like something like a bug or something in my beard.
But that was the whole thing with like the Lake City though, as far as. And I to have like the high quality stuff just to have lying around, whatever. Every once in a while, I would bite the bullet and say I would go buy. I actually used to get the 420 round ammo cans on the stripper clips, and I to keep a couple of those around usually just to have them. realistically, though, there was that big misconception, especially you go back about like maybe 10-ish years ago, that was the good stuff. When actually, it's, I mean, as far as like, it doesn't do what that round was designed to do. It doesn't tumble. It doesn't do anything to actually cause the damage it would. It caused major problems, like, you know, if you want to look at like a lot of the stuff overseas, like a lot of the conflicts, because it was like poking little 22 holes through people. It didn't expand. It didn't tumble. It didn't do any of the shit that bullet's supposed to do. So, having said that. But $600 for 1,000 rounds is absurd. My goal, usually my goal for like plinking rounds, especially, was my go-to was to get every year. I would try to buy at least a case or two, about 1,000 rounds of Wolf Gold 223.
Yeah, I will not run steel case.
That's not Wolf Gold's. Not Wolf Gold is their brass case.
Oh, the gold. Yeah, okay.
And my goal was to get 1,000 rounds.
My AK, I'll run.
Okay, the AK, I'll run. Yeah, you run steel all day. Call me guns like steel. Period.
My SKS loves steel.
Honestly, my Stag, even though if you want to talk about 5.56, my Stag eats steel for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and don't give a shit. Now, my AR pistol with the Melanite barrel, that's more like a match barrel, even though it's a short barrel. It's brass only. Like, you can run like one mag, maybe two with steel in it, and then you're gonna be beating cases out with a fucking cleaning rod. It's just too taut. It doesn't work out. Anyway, Wolf Gold. My goal every year was to try to get it somewhere between 280. I wanted it shipped to my door for less than 300 for 1,000 rounds. That was kind of my go-to happy place for plinking rounds, was Wolf Gold. Like, it was kind of the cheapest good ammo. Like, honestly, because like I consider Wolf Gold a good ammo for training ammo and stuff. It holds a group just fine. And everyone that says, "Whoa, it doesn't have a blah blah blah," the match grade. Like, a lot of these guys want match grade ammo whenever they can't deal with their 6-inch fucking flinch. You know what I mean? Like they can't. Yeah. Like you mean the ammo outshoots you, dude. Don't talk shit. Like,
that's like before all this crisis, you could get the same XM 855 Federal, the American Eagle Federal.
For a while, that was cheaper even because no one wants it anymore.
You could get it in a 500 round ammo box for I think 179 or some shit like that.
I could look in my safe right now. I have one of the ones from Walmart when they were still selling it, and I want to say it was a buck. They were 420 rounds on stripper clips.
100 and I think it was like 169 at Walmart because my friend bought the last three.
Last time I bought them, for some reason they had them on like a sale or a clearance randomly, and I bought two of them. I think they were like $138 a piece, and I snatched them bitches up like
back when they were on the final sale when Walmart decided to get rid of ammo.
I couldn't find any by then.
Picking them up for like $80.
Yeah, I couldn't. They were all gone. I never got a crack at any. Like, I wasn't driving to like another state to get them, so I just at a certain point the gas outweighs the ammo price. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm definitely going to look at reloading now.
See, my thing there, now granted, like, my dad had a sweet reloading setup years ago, and like, actually to this day I've not found a 257 Roberts round that I like as much as the ones he used to hand load. So I'm torn. But I also legit not almost every time I've ever seen a gun blow up ever was always a fucking hand load. It was always a reload. Even the manufactured reloads, like it was like some of the commercial companies.
I've seen guns blow up because of squibs, than I have.
How many times have you seen a factory new loaded round squib though? That's always a fucking reload too.
No, actually, a lot of the squibs that I've seen, have been because of issues with the firearm itself, or
see, squibs are
dirty ammo, underprimered, or not underprimered, underpowdered.
Well, that's underpowdered. Usually underpowdered is you're more likely to have that with hand loads. Honestly,
I've seen it happen with factories, dude.
Oh, I mean, it does. Everyone fucks up once in a while.
Primers were upside down.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's see, I've never had that, and I've heard of stuff like that because you know what? Here's the thing: any company makes enough rounds, they're going to have at least one that gets fucked up. Now, a lot of that comes down to you have companies like Gorilla, for instance. Though their quality control is so great that you're never going to have to worry about Like to my mind, and you can never say never, I guess, but like I can never picture like Gorilla letting a fucking round out with a backwards primer, because
I've seen shit both, like big name companies.
Oh no,
like
and I agree with that. I've seen that some big name companies. I mean, even like Federal. I've heard of fucking bad Federal rounds, whatever. No, so I'm talking about like a relatively smaller company that does it right. It's like a Gorilla. Gorilla. One of the things you're paying for there is the fact that they're pretty sure they literally hand inspect every fucking round.
The one company that I was looking at, so there was a few companies out there that used to sell ammo, and it was reasonably cheap and good. One was Angel Fire Ammunition.
Not familiar with
They're
them
out
at
of business.
Okay.
Huh?
I'm not familiar with them. I'd never.
Yeah, they're out of business now. I don't know if Minuteman Munitions is still open. I haven't looked there. But a lot of places are like out of ammo, or I went through like probably 30 different websites the one night looking for ammo, and like it's stupid. Like you're,
I've been looking. I mean, like I'll give you a good example.
I could buy 38 special and 357 all day long.
Oh yeah, of course. You can buy all the FUD rounds. You can buy all the FUD rounds.
No. 45 ACPs sold out in a lot of places too.
Well, okay, that's fair.
That's like the ultimate FUD round.
It is. You're right. But here's the problem. All the FUDs have that round. That's the problem. And
I can't. I really don't like calling them FUDs.
Well, you can't now because fucking HBO took the fucking took his gun.
We have to come up with a new name since
they took his gun. All right, we still go back to South Park somehow.
They took gun.
Here, I'm gonna mute myself a second. I'll be right back. I'm going to go snag a beer because I don't want to have another margarita because it was delicious, but I should not have another one of those.
You should have another one of those.
All right, how about this? I don't feel like going upstairs to get the tequila and the fucking limes and squeeze limes and.
That's better.
All right. I mean, I have my Grand Marnier's right here. I shouldn't call that. That's a name brand. This is my own sugar-free actually because I've been making my own like keto-friendly stuff. So this is my own sugar-free brandy orange liqueur, which basically is Grand Marnier without the sugar. Anyway, I'll be right back.
So, with the ammo prices, so ammo's through the roof. Stores are limiting what you can and can't buy per boxes. A lot of places like bulk ammo, they're sold out. They don't know when they're getting more. Ammo is like real hard to get a hold of for certain calibers, certain stuff. I mean, everybody knows that. Holy God, what the hell did you do?
I didn't turn. That was you.
No, honey,
wife?
take the one that's tilted towards me and turn it up. Sorry.
Okay, actually, Zach, this is actually one of my SOE things I think you've never seen. Or I'm going to try to hold up closer to the camera so you can.
Oh, is that the beer koozie? Nice. Shout out to John and all of the guys at SOE.
Just like my shirt, actually, multicam black and red.
He's wearing SOE. I'm wearing a Diamondback Firearms shirt. But the back of this shirt is probably the best. It says, "We'll work for beer and guns."
You know that's nice. See, actually, like I know you and a bunch of people saw because I posted from the block party I went to last night, yesterday, in the daytime, really. And this is really what I wanted to wear with the kilt, with my koozie to match everything. And
I'm not allowed to buy the kilt. I went and looked at last night. I almost bought one. I'm not allowed to.
You probably can't get it in the color you'd want anyway right now. They're always sold out. The 511 one?
No, I can get it
the real
black.
One?
I can get a 511 tactical kilt in black.
The only size I saw right now available is 28. You are not a 28 waist.
Depending on what website you go to. I found them on a couple other websites that aren't 511.
Okay, that might be why. Because see, now they've expanded a little bit. It took me 4 years to get mine because I got mine directly from 511, and it used to be a super limited run. Like those are almost a secret for years.
Well, they actually have a multicam one, and I want it.
See, I want Willis to make me a one in multicam black.
I'm just not allowed to get an $80 kilt. So I found one better.
I think mine was a little more than that, actually. Well, they changed the kilts now. Yours, the ones that 511 has now, they're not even what I have. Mine was called the TDK. It was the Tactical Duty Kilt. Mine, the little side pockets. Each side pocket has two inner pockets inside it to hold 2 AR mags.
They still have them. They just named them different.
Oh, they just changed the name. Okay, because I was looking. Well, they changed. I know that's
what I've heard.
I know they changed the buttons and the hardware.
Pocket organizers.
Yeah. Well, fuck off. But one of the things I noticed they did change was the hardware, because all of my 511 little snaps and buttons, which are all over on that fucking kilt, and the little D rings are all solid brass on mine. The new ones look like they're shiny, like they're like silver or something.
Yeah,
like
they're silver. So I found another company. I like how we went from ammo and talking gun stuff
to kilts.
Here.
To kilts.
But there's another website called Damn Near Killed 'Em.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. They have some really cool kilts, actually. I've almost bought a few.
They have a Fleckertan kilt, and I want it. Again, not spending $150 on a kilt.
See, I said there's go.
Fleckertan kilt.
Well, even I think mine was like $90 for my 511 one. My other one was I can't remember if it was more or less. I have one that I bought last year for my buddy's wedding, and it's more like it looks like something that Jonathan Davis would wear on stage. It's got like chains going from here and there, and it's got all this other cool shit. Yeah. I like that one a lot too. It's more or less my fat kilt. Like I couldn't fit into my 511 one that year, so I bought a new one basically for the wedding because it was at his request. He's the same one that had kind of did the baby version of my bachelor party, because he like did the gun range, but
Oh yeah,
they did a regular gun.
I just find it funny that like they have a tactical kilt, but the fact that they have a freaking Fleckertan kilt.
Why not?
If you don't know what Fleckertan is, folks, it is a German camouflage. Am I correct in saying that?
I would. It was. I feel safe enough with. Yeah, you can call that German camouflage, I guess.
It was derived during World War II, if I remember right.
It's the camo kraut. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm German. I'm all this.
But anyway, well, it's funny because a lot of people are bringing it back, and there's.
It's actually a terrible camo though, as far as like compared to like modern patterns.
It's actually, Ohio, like that's Ohio's favorite camo for some reason. It's Fleckertan.
You have a lot.
I had a map of like all the favorite camos of the entire United States, and like multicam and Fleckertan are like covering Ohio.
I actually didn't mean to hit that button, but
I know you did. So, anyways, let's go from ammo to kilts to gun parts. They're gone. Good luck.
All the well, I mean, unless
we're not going to even talk long on this subject.
No.
If you can find shit, buy it.
If it's something you need, don't just buy shit, because then you're just becoming part of the problem. Also, like, don't buy shit that you're not going to use. You don't need right now.
Like, if you're wanting to build a lower and you just price may have to go out the window, because
well, here's the thing:
find any 9mm.
Be real sure you want it right now. That's the biggest thing, is because like that market will come back. Like if you chill out, like you'll save a lot of money. In fact, I'm kind of waiting for the happy day buyer's market in like a year or so when everything normalizes, and the people that panic bought too much shit. I'm gonna be like,
that is what I'm waiting for.
I am fully prepared right now, folks. I have money set aside to lowball the fuck out of you, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do.
Oh, no. I've already said. For certain things, I will give you what you paid for. Certain things.
If you overpaid and overbought, this is like a point of, because the people that buy shit they didn't need in a panic are the people that create these crises in the first place. Like literally.
I don't know. I don't think a lot of people were out panic buying 9mm ARs.
It's not about that though. In general, yeah, those companies all had to slow down to ramp up production of all the shit that the people were buying. It's still that there was still someone that caused that problem. Like even like you want to talk about 9mm ammo right now, which I was kind of alluding to earlier and was slipping to it real fast. Like say, like go take some classes of tactical response. You'll go through 2,000 rounds in 4 days theoretically. Like literally fighting pistol, 1,000 rounds. Advanced fighting pistol, 1,000 rounds. You still have a night shoot and another half day of training the day after that. Like it's literally 5 fucking days of training to wave the pistol, or even just go do fighting rifle, or fighting rifle. Well, that's even more. That's about 1,500 rifle rounds plus about another 200 rounds of pistol. You want to go take that class, like all of a sudden, like it's really hard to replace that ammo. Like I'm the kind of guy that I keep training class ammo in my safe to go take a fucking training class.
Well, that's what a lot of people are saying.
You should have always done that. Though.
Yeah, training ammo is one thing, plinking ammo is another. And what
it's the same ammo to me. I don't plink with what I train with. So like that's not. I mean,
but you want to have X amount for each. So my dad got me. He found for me 6. Well, no, he found 6 30 cal cases, like ammo cans, and 2 50 cal cans, brand new with the rubber gaskets, like still brand new. Nothing's ever been in them. So I took. No, he found 8. I don't know. Anyways, I took 4 of the 30 cal cans and 1 50 cal can. And the 50 cal can I'm going to make strictly for 5.56, and then I'll have one strictly for 7.62. And I mean, they hold a lot of ammo.
Yeah.
But the 30 cal, like the 30 cal cans, what I'll do is then I'll make a 5.56 can strictly that I won't touch, and I'll throw whatever the hell it is, the dry packs in there, and put the ammo in there, seal it, and throw it in the safe and not touch it.
Yeah, it's a great route to go. Sorry, I'm I'm freaking, like my fucking arms are so angry still. Like I changed stuff up on the exercise workout a little bit today. Like I did like a combo of like regular push-ups with
right now, like you have a white square in the middle of your head.
It's the fucking because I'm directly under a light bulb. It's like literally right.
It literally looks like a perfect little white square.
I see it. Yeah, it's right. Wait, hold on. Mirror image is weird. There you go. Right
there you go.
Right about there.
Yeah, right.
Right, yeah. Right about there.
Right about there and here.
You need all your fingers to cover that 7 head you got.
It's a 5 head.
No, it's not. That didn't cover it all. Yeah, that was the first half. You got like a 12.5 head.
Oh my god! So we're gonna keep picking on me.
A little bit. That's all right.
I don't know, man.
Well,
like,
see,
I
you
got
know what?
Else.
If you'd have hung out, if you'd actually go take a class down in Tennessee, you'd have Jaeger's comeback, which is fantastic for the baldness. But
I'm sure if I messaged Jaeger right now, he would tell me it.
I don't know. I'll be honest with him. Like, by the way, I've never taken a class.
But
the guy that called me out has taken several.
But keep in mind, you went to his class, right?
Yeah.
I actually sat and bullshitted with him at a convention.
I was at the same convention. I bullshitted with him an hour before you got there.
Oh yeah, that's right. Damn it! I thought I one-upped you on that.
No, not
but
at all.
I still got a picture with him. So I
literally hung with him and Rebecca for a while. And actually, he was the one that mentioned it. You see, that's why we always get a spot right by here, because you shouldn't be showing up late for stuff. He was bitching about you that day, technically.
I know.
Because you weren't there yet. Because he's like,
I know.
He's like, wait a minute. He's like, you're talking to me about your buddy who has a podcast. Because at the time, I hadn't done any of this with you at all. And he's like, you're here talking to me right now, but he's not even here yet. And I said, yeah. He's like, that's why he should have been here earlier.
Yeah, blame the wife on that one for being late to the convention.
From like a year and a half ago, Tanya, he's still butthurt. He's blaming you.
Oh, yeah. Dude, there's still people butthurt that I went to that convention.
I mean, the funny part was, like, it was like a dumbass accident that I was there at all. Like, literally, if I had that crazy ear infection, I couldn't drive, so I couldn't go to work. My wife's like, well, I'm going to drop you off at the convention. Like, she took her and the baby to work. Literally, she dropped me off like I'm a little fucking kid. Dropped me off at the convention center. I went in. You saw me. I was dizzy to where I could barely walk half the day.
Yeah.
But I was like, fuck it. Why not? I'm off. I can't do anything else. I can't drive. I can't do anything. So she dropped me off. She went to work. She picked me up when she was done with work because I couldn't drive. Like, she didn't want me catching a bus and walking even. So it was hilarious.
Yeah,
Fun times.
that was a cool convention.
It was. The only problem with that convention was that you couldn't be at all the classes at once. Like you and me at one point even had to make decisions. Like you went to instructor 0 and I went to level. You know what I mean?
Yeah, which sucked because I still got to talk to Level, but I would have liked to seen his. But I really wanted to see Instructor 0, which
See,
you can't stand how he talks.
I just in general, I don't know why. It's just something about Zero bothers me, bro.
I figured it out. The reason, because you were like, it's his accent. I remember you telling me. Well, he's what? My wife knows off the top. What was it? He's Italian. He's Italian, and then he lived in South Africa.
See, I've known people from both those areas, and it wasn't a problem. For some reason, that guy irks me.
Well, he has both accents on top of each other, but he is straight up the coolest dude. I mean, all the guys that
I've watched some of his videos and stuff, and I get that he's he definitely has some good things to impart on people, and I get that. For some reason, it just doesn't.
A lot of the guys I've talked to, in the industry in general, not just him, but Instructor 0, Lovell, Jaeger, Ash Hess, friggin' Clay Owens, guys that we've interviewed on the podcast.
Yeah.
Guys that I've chatted with via Facebook, Gary Hughes, who we're trying to get on. Matt Linfair from primary and secondary. Some of the big names. I mean, as long as you're not a dickhead, a lot of the guys are really cool. And they're really just chill people to sit and BS with.
It's one of those things I tell people all the time, especially when people want to they always have these weird preconceived notions about gun people, we'll say, and I'm like, you don't understand, legit, the gun industry is the last fucking true standing point of a customer service and caring and You mean
we're not all a bunch of beer drinking crazy hillbillies with guns?
I can vouch for maybe not being one of those things right now. I don't know.
Mine's empty, but
okay. I'm at least drinking. I'm at least. I'm gonna call this halfway left wing because I'm drinking a straw right now because
at least I'm not drinking a Busch Latte.
Hey, I'm drinking Busch Latte.
Yeah, it's a Busch Light, Busch Latte.
Latte.
They actually made an apple Busch Latte. Kind of want to try it.
It's funny. You said Busch Latte, and I instantly pictured Busch doing their own version of PBR's coffee. That's what I thought you meant. I thought you meant legit latte.
Nope, that shit was good. Thank you for telling me about that shit. I got a 4-pack.
It's sad that they cost as much as they do, though, because I could never imagine myself spending that much money on a PBR product. Having said that, you saw me do an 8-pack pre-gaming before the Slipknot last year, so because they are fucking delicious.
I drank one a night for 4 nights straight.
Yeah,
and I drank 3. I gave the 4th one to my friend on the 4th of July. And I'll tell you what, it is something that I cannot drink a lot of.
I can. They're so good.
I don't know how you drank 8 of them.
It's because it's alcoholic yoo-hoo. It's delicious. They don't taste like coffee at all. They shouldn't be called hard coffee.
It's like a freaking mudslide.
It tastes like fucking yoo-hoo. It tastes like yoo-hoo.
Yeah, really, it does.
It's booze-hoo.
I couldn't think of anything better than a mudslide, but yeah.
It's yoo-hoo. That's exactly the fucking flavor.
And I'm like, this shit's going to get me in trouble. So I was like, just one.
Well, no, actually, to be fair, that day we had 2 8-packs with us. I think my wife drank 2 or 3. I drank the rest. But I also drank a 6-pack of Southern Tier while we were...
Oh, God.
Well, I had a case, that case they do where it's like 6 different beers that they have, and it's a few of each one of them. You have the haze and the blah, 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 all the different ones they do. So I had one of those...
The only Tier beer that I drank that I like is the Pumpkin.
See, that's one of the ones I don't like. Southern Tier does...
And I don't drink a lot of weird beers. I drink white trash beer. My wife drinks weird beer. I drink white trash beer. I drink PBR, Budweiser, Bud Light. Occasionally I'll drink a Coors if that's all that's available.
Real quick. Now, this is one of the things that everyone used to laugh at because I used to hang out at a bar that's like kind of. It's actually kind of one of the semi-famous rock and roll bars in the south side of Pittsburgh. Is a Smiling Moose.
Smiling Moose. I know where that's
okay,
at. I've been there.
Like, well, dude, like literally, my picture used to be on the wall of that place. Like it's like I used to like I've played there so many times, and just like actually, it was a great picture. It was a bunch of us. They used to call the Southside Militia. It was like all my buddies that would go up to around my dad's and shoot guns. And there was this.
I think Doug's band's played there too.
I'm sure everyone's played there, dude. Like it's. I mean, they literally have stages on the top floor and bottom floor. They have 2 different stage areas, even in that little ass place. But fuck, I had a point. Oh yeah, we used to go there like literally every day for happy hour. Me and a bunch of guys that used to turn wrenches back in like the Wyotech days, right? Like every day we'd be there for happy hour. So during happy hour, all drinks were half price. So I would drink Guinness during from 4 to 6 or whatever the fuck that, it might have been 5 to 7. 5 to 7. I would drink Guinness and then it instantly switched to PBR because it's Smiling Moose back then. You'd get a pounder of PBR for $1.25.
Oh boy, pounder PBRs, yeah,
for $1.25. So I would be drinking $2 Guinness Guinness pints, and I would switch straight from Guinness to PBR.
We'd go up to shows up in Cleveland at the Foundry and a couple other places, and they would have $1.25 PBR pounders. And I'd walk around double fisting the entire day.
Why not? You know why? Because especially when there was a show, you had to, because it took you so long to get your drinks. Yeah. Order 2, drink those 2. They'd get you by. You'd go hit the bathroom, and then go get 2 more.
That would get you by through like one band. Like if you were smart, you went at the end of close to the end of the one band, so you got 2. That would get you through.
You caught them before their set ended, or you wouldn't get to the bar. Yeah, that's always the move. Yeah. You got to catch in between.
And then, you had to also do that and get to the pisser before the band ended.
Yeah, it's a process. That's when back when I wore Jenkos was perfect because you had the big back pocket. You could put 2 pounders in one back pocket. Go hit the pisser. Literally piss off the last 2 fucking pounders. Then while everyone else is. I could go.
And now, if it was a band I wanted to see, that was different. If it was a band I didn't want to see,
that's a whole separate thing there. Yeah, that's when you sacrifice.
I could go and drink two things of Tall Boys, go out, smoke 3 or 4 cigarettes, take a piss, and still have time to order beer.
Yeah, yeah. There is that concert live music fucking fine line that we toe when we're.
I miss.
Yeah, it's funny. My boy John Sarkis, literally him and one of he's actually he's now the lead singer of a doo-wop group that was really famous from Pittsburgh called the Skyliners, and he took over for Jimmy Beaumont, who was like a famous like falsetto, one of those like old school traditional doo-wop guys. They literally just did a concert again, like a live stream from his driveway today at like 6 o'clock, and it's one of those. It's cool.
A lot of people don't like. Somebody had brought up about like somebody was saying something the other day about the one country rap musician that I listen to, Ryan Upchurch. And my friend's like, hey, he's talking bad about Upchurch. And I was like, it's not for everybody. And he's like, that's just terrible music, da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, okay, so I listened to that, but I guarantee that both of the people that were also on this thread, I was like, neither of you guys would listen to what I listen to. And they're like, huh? And I sent them Slaughter to Prevail's Demolisher. And the one kid goes, what the hell is that?
Well, a lot of people don't get like anything. Like a lot of people don't get like hardcore or heavy music at all. Like they just like they don't know how to.
They're like, how do you just scream for the entire song?
It's actually easier. I'll tell you how. It's actually it hurts my voice less than doing high notes.
Do it. I know you can do it.
What? You want me to
do it? If you want.
No, that was fucking. There you go. Well, actually, folks, here when you hear this, that's me doing that. That's actually me doing a mild version. He had me back off my vocals because he's like, no one can understand you because like I can't do it. I can't go from 0 to 100, but. If I was singing right now, I could get it warmed up.
Not hardcore-ish. You were like Children of Bodom.
It's funny. I go like between like almost black metal and like Slipknot is kind of like my sweet spots. I don't know. I do a mean Corey Taylor impersonation whenever I'm on point.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
So there's that. But when we're just sitting here
Yeah, but
talking, I'm
anything
using
else,
my inside voice. It's hard for me to get there.
I don't think we got anything else. Do we have anything else?
No, I think this has been relatively. I think we've encompassed the subjects we wanted to, or that you wanted to, and then.
If there's anybody that watches this, because I think we've had one person watch tonight, which is sad.
It's a Sunday night, whatever.
Yeah.
People don't
Anyways,
like us, apparently.
I'm looking for companies that are out there that would like us to do reviews for them or check them out or, talk about products. I know I'll be doing something with Liberty Bell Firearms soon.
Very cool people there.
I'm waiting
I like a lot of the stuff he's done.
I'm waiting for an email back from Torrent Suppressors. We will be doing some sort of show with them soon too.
And folks,
hopefully.
and folks, we've talked about this a lot over the last, especially the last year. The suppressor shoot is coming probably in the next month and a half ish.
Well, here's the thing. This is our problem right now. A, ammo. B, range.
Well, I told you, like range thing.
We may have solved because of John.
Yeah, worst case scenario, we will do this on my property.
The ammo price is the ammo is the issue right now.
Let me ask you, what calibers are we having trouble with? Because I have enough to do for at least testing some suppressors. That's at least the calibers.
Depends on how much we want to run out of the cans.
Honestly, man. Here's the thing. As far as you can literally go 2 rounds. You get the first round pop and another round. You're going to get a good idea of that can. To my mind, I've shot enough cans.
5 rounds each.
That's ideal. About 5 rounds gives you a nice average. Even then, here's the thing. It's really weird with suppressors, though. And folks, this is something that's I know people touch on, but there is so much that goes into what changes how loud you perceive and what is actually there sound wise. So humidity, temperature, all this shit.
We'll get into that.
Yeah, we'll touch on all that when we do the show. But that is coming. So I will say that I will throw that at the end here. That is something we are going to make happen soon, even if I have to deplete more of my ammo than I want to, and we'll just whatever.
No, we'll be good. I know the other guy that's joining us has ammo. I know pretty much everybody has ammo, so it's just a matter of getting.
All right, so we'll be all right. So that's coming a little semi teaser for you folks.
In the next 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, hopefully, I'll be getting my AK from a friend of mine. So I'll be getting my AK.
Try to get a little bit of video of him shooting that if we actually get it all in, and he can.
But I don't know if I'll be shooting it with this. Well, maybe we can. It all depends on if the front's pinned or not.
We'll figure it out. Not a big deal.
But I will be tearing it completely apart.
He wants to give it some of the magic love that we learned about from our friend.
Yes, from Clay. It will be getting probably a JMac Customs muzzle brake. It will be getting an ALG trigger.
Actually, I do have a question. Are the JMac muzzle brakes compatible with any suppressors? Is there any external threading on that to actually accept any
dead
silencer?
air and somebody else?
Okay, so they use the dead air pattern. That's cool. That's honestly that dead air pattern is more or less its own thing now. That's turning into. It's actually one of the things I wish more companies would do.
Dude. Actually, that's why my can that I'm getting.
I know you've been looking into a lot of the dead air stuff or stuff that's compatible.
Granted, it's a Silencer Co. can, but they make an adapter now that will go from. It's actually made by Dead Air to screw into the bottom of a Silencer Co. can to go on chemo.
Well, that was actually the thing I was going to say. Is I'm pretty sure Dead Air's pattern is the Silencer Co. pattern. I think they use the same.
No, ASR and chemo are completely different.
Oh, they are? Okay.
Yes. But the adapter that I'm getting is made by Dead Air for a Silencer Co. can.
Nice.
Because I have a Dead Air Lantac Dragon. Which nobody's seen that rifle. You notice that I haven't put up any pictures of it. We'll get there. I'm still missing an optic yet. That's why.
Well, hey,
Yeah, because my wife stole my.
I like how she just slips in the background, like, yeah. And it's funny.
Actually,
that
she
almost
didn't
reminds
steal
me.
the optic. I was nice enough and gave it to her. I built her a rifle, and I gave her my old Vortex Strike Eagle.
The part that I love though is after the ice cream thing, it more or less sounded like the old Bill Cosby, like talking about that. I have ice cream and you, or no, that was fucking Eddie Murphy, not Bill Cosby.
Oh, that's one thing we didn't mention. Holy shit!
What? Eddie Murphy?
The Bill Cosby thing. No.
Wait,
the whole Epstein Island and all that.
I actually just realized the one shirt I might be getting another SOE shirt this week just because I realized at the bottom of it they literally had ghosted in the bottom. Epstein didn't kill himself.
Nice. So we're not even going to get into this because that'll be a whole nother 45 minutes. Just basically pay attention. Don't listen to the media. But pay attention. And yeah, there's some sketchy stuff going on. And if you don't know, there's some huge pedophile ring that's been going on for years, and blah 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 blah
it's
blah.
Called Hollywood.
And all of us,
and
all of us that were talking about it back in 2005 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9, so people like myself that learned about it in 2008 and 2009, we're not crazy anymore.
Well, you weren't. You just. No, the shit's finally coming out. This is actually one of the worst things that ever happened.
All that thought we were crazy with everything.
It's the interesting thing there with all the people that have like as far as all the billionaire, millionaire, rich fucks that have been doing terrible things for a lot of times. Like the information age is finally catching up with your asses. And
yes,
and
one other thing
regardless, and there'll always be a special place in hell for all of you.
One other thing, so. The year is 2020, correct?
I'm pretty sure. Yes. Yeah. Well, hold on. Let me check. Yeah, the dumpster fire is still burning. Okay.
Yes. Okay. Well, we all know what happens on August. I believe it's August 25th. Skynet becomes self-aware.
Oh shit! I forgot about. I haven't watched the Terminator movies in so long I need to.
Anyways. With that being said, somebody put that up today, and I laughed about it.
That is fantastic.
And then I got bored because I wanted to see if it was actually legit true.
Is that the timeline? Is that
on the date?
It's been so long since I've watched those.
Legit, there is an actual Skynet used by the CIA, and there really is a Cyberdyne Systems company in Japan.
My beautiful wife putting her whole half of an arm on camera to bring me my pill so that I can go to work tomorrow.
Nice. But yeah, they have... So there really is a Skynet and there really is a Cyberdyne. We are screwed.
We're fucked, yeah. There's already a Terminator then. The chip was built back in the 80s, probably. I don't know.
No, actually, Cyberdyne didn't get created until 2004. This company.
Oh, really? Yeah, no. I'm assuming that it's all actually based on the original movie's fucking timeline and not on any...
I don't think so, but oh my god, dude. Like, would that be some shit?
Now, since Schwarzenegger actually exists in this timeline, though, does it look like him or somebody else?
Oh my!
Just remember,
that actually makes me want to get the collector's edition of Terminator 2 out and watch it.
Just a little training note here, folks. I actually have some good training advice for you right here. Just.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
What?
I'm sorry.
Yes. I need a plasma laser in the 40-watt range. And at that, folks, we're done for the evening. Again, thank you, Chef, the C4 Chef.
All right. Hey,
that's what we're going.
We'll see how it goes. All right. Anyway, hey, folks, thank you for watching.
Hey, it's either that or we could call you the meth cook.
What? That doesn't make any sense at all.
He cooks meth, folks.
I literally, no. That's like the farthest thing from my personality
trait. Look at that picture. It looks like, meth cooking.
This is my fucking basement. Behind me, you're seeing like all those like cabinets, just because my wife does grooming out of the house sometimes too.
I know I'm being a smart ass.
You're being a dumbass. That's a whole separate problem. But
No. Anyways, but again, thanks for doing the audio tonight. We're going to be doing these a lot more.
yeah, we're gonna get back on track, folks.
It may just be me and JP. It may be the whole crew. We don't know yet. So we'll see what happens. But again, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. I'm Zach, the Tactical Gnome.
JP, apparently for right now, the fucking C4 chef.
There we go. Actually, I like it. The fucking C4 chef.
All right, fair enough. All right, so look at the camera.
Oh, wait. Well, no, I'm looking at my kid because he goes, wait, what?
All right.
You can't say that.
Daddy Brigade
All right.
podcast.
Daddy Brigade podcast. Out.
Out.